How's it going out there? Once again, eSports world, welcome to BossFightTV's The Reload. This is our 33rd episode, if you're counting. We're going to go over the week of eSports from June 10th, or should I say July 10th, through the 16th. Trying to go back in time there. As always, my name is Josh Engel, also known as Anti-Pro, and joined with me as always...
This is Mike Bisson, a.k.a. Mohawk Mike, wearing a very summery shirt.
I know, man.
I didn't realize, like, I was just walking around wearing it, now I was just like,
you know, in general, you have been kicking my ass in wardrobe. Like, I'm like, yeah, I'm just going to wear the t-shirt, whatever, and you're like, man, I'm going to wear this button-up shirt. Maybe I have to step up my game. I don't know.
I'm not going to lie. I had to go, and my birthday is coming up.
I know.
And it's not like some awkward, like I'm trying to like get praise or anything. But I actually had to go out and get my driver's license renewed, so legit. This is it.
Did you have your Mohawk up?
Yeah. Minus
they
the
let
jacket.
you take a picture with your Mohawk up?
If you're ever at an event and you see Mohawk Mike, ask him to see his driver's license. And I will show you. It's this shirt and Mohawk and everything.
Just capture that essence right here, right now. Oh, as always, we're going to go ahead. We're going to start our show. We're going to talk about our awesome sponsor at iHeart Esports. Make sure you go check them out. It's at iHeart Esports on Twitter and iHeartEsports.com. They make awesome stickers. And make sure you listen throughout the episode for a chance to win stickers from iHeart Esports. So, should be awesome.
Yes.
Good times indeed. So, we're going to go ahead. We're going to jump right into the esports news. This week was not ridiculously jam-packed with stuff as past weeks have been, mainly because we don't have a big fighting game tournament to talk about. I mean, with EVO, the fighting game kind of side of things are going to die down a little bit, and then it'll start picking up a little bit more. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to start with NASL. We have NASL Season 3 Finals that happened up in Canada, one of Canada's first and largest esports events. The bar crafts out there have been ridiculous, so I think it was a really great choice for the NASL team to choose to go up to Canada for that event. Definitely, there's the crowd was just as good, I think, as an MLG crowd from what I've saw from the streams. The lots of signs. My favorite sign being, I know we poke fun at Stefano a lot. But there was a sign where someone held it up and it said, "I wish this was Barcraft," and another guy next to him had a sign that says, "So does Stefano." I'm sorry. And then there was another guy, he had a sign, and it seemed like he had one for every race, and so whoever was winning the series, he would hold it up, and it would have the Protoss Zerg or Terran symbol, and it said Protoss OP, Terran OP, and then he even had one random OP, and I was like, what?
They're like waiting for somebody to pick, like that, just to entice them enough to pick random.
Oh, it was so awesome. But really awesome tournament all the way around. I didn't actually get to see most of the events leading up to the finals, but I saw the third place match live and I saw the finals live, as well as the Canada Nationals, which we'll talk about as well. So overall, attendance compared to NASL Season 2, like tenfold improvement. So let's go ahead. Let's take a look at how everyone did in the tournament. Here we go. StarCraft 2 NASL Season 3 Finals. We have the top 4 players here. We have Stefano taking first place over Slayer's Alicia. It was a 4-0 finals, and I was actually kind of disappointed because Alicia's been doing, or has done, very well in the GSL. And later on, I think it was actually today, there was an interview with Alicia where he actually kind of wished that he went against MC, which is strange because I think that MC is just as much of a strong player as Stefano. Then we have MC taking third place, which was knocked out by Stefano. He was really, really bummed out about that, even after he won his third place match. They had an interview, and he was really disappointed. He wanted to face Stefano in the finals, but unfortunately got knocked out. But he won 4-0 as well on the third place match versus Rhett. And Rhett just could not pull out some kind. He just couldn't come up with a strategy to win. I felt like he was just behind in every step of the way. So great job to all of those players. Stefano, as you know, has been doing really, really well. And there's a lot of talk that's been going over during the NASL event, like, is Stefano the best StarCraft player in the world? And there's only one event that Stefano has not tackled yet. You know what that event is, Mike?
MLG?
No. Well, he's done well in MLGs before. Yeah. GSL. Stefano has never played in the GSL, and a lot of people think that in order to kind of become the best in the world, he has to go over to Korea. And he hinted at the fact that he might be on his way to Korea at some point throughout the year. So be on the lookout for that. Stefano, #1 player in the world. Kind of, I guess. I don't know. Maybe if he stops partying for long enough. Dude,
you said it, not me.
He's legit. I'm sorry. I love Stefano. I'm not, as much as I poke fun at him, I poke fun at him because I like him. I think he's a really cool guy. I think he's doing great things, and he's a good player.
This is kind of funny to be talking about this, though, because wasn't it just like at the end of like the beginning of the year, we were talking like, oh, I'm going to retire this year and I'm going to step back from competition. Like now,
was that
like,
Stefano?
I believe that was Stefano.
I don't know. All I know is he's a boss, and that's he's not going to back off now.
Keep it up.
Anyway, so another event that happened as well during the NASL finals, in between the third place match in the finals, was the Canada Nationals for the World Championships, which there was a couple other events, which we'll talk about a little bit after this. We want to get NASL out of the way. But looking at the two players, we have Scarlet versus Astoji, which I actually had to write how to say his name because it's a really strange spelling, and I just put Asto-J-E, Astoji. That's not how you spell it, though. Scarlet won 2-0, and if you remember Scarlet, she kind of made waves during IPL 4 as a female player that really kind of like came out of nowhere and did really well, beat a lot of good players. So congratulations to her. For doing such a great job. Best player in Canada. And, I mean, she's been doing pretty good in general. So, congratulations to her. You'll be seeing them at the World Championships for StarCraft. And then we also have a little bit of, I guess, diversion from the normal. I mean, it's North American Star League, but they also did a Tribes Ascend tournament, which Mike actually got a chance to watch a little bit of that.
As we know, we have talked about it a little bit coming out. We know that Cybersports Network did a launch cup for Tribes. We've been kind of watching the weeks leading into this. This was the first, technically the first major for Tribes Ascend since its release. Let's go ahead. Let's get into the results right now. In first place, we have Monomaniacs, who took out Legion. So Legion came in second place. Shout-outs to those guys. I have to say that going into the event, I was a little worried, primarily because having actually played Tribes, I used to play Tribes 2 when I was like 12, and
back in the day,
trackball mice and crazy things like that. But anyway, knowing as frantic and as fast-paced as that game is, I was actually really worried how the commentators and how like it actually was going to transcend as to actually being an esport to watch.
Right.
But they actually there was roughly, I think it was over 20,000 people who watched the finals. A lot of people actually in the chat asking about the game and the mechanics and things like that. So that's always great. Hopefully we will see going forward the progression of the game, not on a play side, but on a spectator side. So
I'm hoping there was a lot of complaints, I think, of the spectator mode, how there's no first person view, and it was just weird overall. So hopefully they can use this as like the first big tournament for Shoot Mania, that maybe they can take some of the suggestions and improve it. What?
You said Shoot Mania.
Oh, Shoot Mania. My bad. I got Shoot Mania on the mind, which is good. I'm going to talk about it later on. Tribes, my bad. Shoot Mania, doing a good job.
Yeah.
Tribes, getting there.
Well, the thing is, there actually was a post in Reddit as far as like some of the updates that are coming forward, and they're already addressing a lot of those issues that did come forward from this event. So we will see. I think first person view is always like the number one because people want to actually see.
Why don't you have first person view? I don't get it.
I think because as obviously you've seen the game, you've played the game, Josh. Yes. As large scale as those maps are, to go into first person mode may not be so beneficial. I think that people want to see like those great shots that are landed across the map and things like that. But I think as far as actually seeing, like, if we could see the person who's carrying the flag, that would be great because you could see like the route they're taking, and if they are coming head on with somebody, then we'll just have to wait and see. But as far as the first major, good stuff. I'd like to give props to not only both the teams who competed at the NASL finals, but everybody else who competed going into those finals. So great stuff all the way around.
Great tournament. Great experience.
Great experience.
Oh, man. So I guess kind of going back on track, per se, getting back because we were talking about North American Star League. We got a couple more StarCraft-related news things to go over. First, being our go-to, we have the GSL over in Korea. We're going to be talking about Code S. We're in the round of 8 right now. Let's take a look at how the players are doing there. Seed took Symbol 3-2. MC, which did pretty well at Nasal, 3-2 over Tasia. Bun 3-0 over Nest-T. Unfortunately, Nest-T, being kind of touted as the best Zerg player in the world, minus Stefano, I guess, now. But 3-0, which is crazy. And Donregu taking out Naniwa 3-2. We'll be moving to the round of 4 next week, so stay tuned for all that information. And then after we get to the end of that, we'll kind of focus on Code A a bit, looking at some of the more well-known players inside of the Code A. We also have the GSTL, which has been going on as well. We're in round number 2, I believe. We have FXO 5-4 over Hosio, and we have Slayers EG 5-4 over Fnatic. So great job to those teams as well. Another tournament that we can't seem to get away from is the IPL. We have to mention it pretty much every single episode. The team league's going on. We're in losers round 3 right now. Continued on from last week. So let's take a look how those teams did. We have TSL 5-4 over Team Acer, MVP 5-3 over Courant 3. And then we have Prime 5-2 over FXO Korea, and finally Evil Geniuses winning over Hosio, which there's no record there. It just says win, so I don't know what's going on with that, but good job, Evil Geniuses. Oh man! So 2 more little tidbits of news. We have the Blizzard World Championships, which we already went over the Canada Regionals or Canada Country Cup or whatever you want to call it. There was 2 more that went on this weekend as well. We have China and South America. In China, we have Com winning 2-0 over 2 Dimming, and then in South America, we have Killer 2-0 over Phoenix. So congratulations to those 2 players. You'll be seeing them joining all of the rest of the players who have done so well in their own national cups at the Blizzard World Championships later on this year. So, but that wraps up StarCraft 2 news. We're going to go ahead and jump right into fighting game news, which even though EVO's done, there's stuff to talk about in the fighting game world.
As we've been talking about for the last couple of months, or the beginning of the year, the Road to EVO series. Now it is time to switch gears and talk about the Road to Apex series. Apex being in all honesty, the premier Smash Brothers tournament series. This past weekend in New Jersey, we've seen the SKTAR. That's how I'm going to pronounce it. SKTAR. You know what SKTAR stands for?
It stands for Super
Caterios
tournament at Rutgers. I had to look in the notes.
You got it.
I had to find in my notes so I could cheat. I totally knew.
Yeah.
I was figuring it out in my head.
I put the little note in there. That's good. Caterio, this is actually the 4th large-scale Smash Brothers tournament that he has hosted, and because of it, has grown exponentially. This is actually an international event, and I know we don't talk about Smash Brothers a lot, but this was actually a very big event. And as I mentioned, this is kind of leading into Apex, which we'll see next year, at the start of next year. I think about February is when they usually have those. But Smash Brothers tournament. Awesomeness. I don't know what other adjectives to use. I used a lot
great
of catchphrases.
Awesomeness. Yeah. Good throwback. Great awesomeness.
I got to watch a fair amount of it, and I have to say, you talked about the community and the crowd getting hype and things like that. Smash Brothers community is crazy. There was a guy running around in a Batman mask. There was a guy in a full bore Captain America suit, popping up on stream, going crazy and things like that.
Did anyone come up? I know Spider-Man's not in Smash Brothers, but no one had an entourage of people following them at EVO. That Spider-Man guy I think he was from Korea, came up and he had a bunch of other people dressed up like Spider-Man. I don't know. Yeah. I just like all the crazy cosplay that goes on at all these events. Anyways.
Let's move away from that. Let's actually get into some results here. So first and foremost, this is Smash Brothers Brawl. I maybe didn't mention that before, but this was only Brawl. Let's get into singles. Here are the top 3. First place, we have Nario. Second place, we have ESAM. And in third place, we have Vinny. Good stuff to all those guys. And as well, we have the doubles tournament. In first place, we had Mewtwo King and Trayla. In second place, we had Ally and Nario. And in third place, we had not Anti-Pro. Very close. Third place, we have
I was
Anti.
About to say, man, I did really good in that Smash tournament.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
What character did you use?
The one that's really good.
Meta Knight?
Yeah, that's the one.
Which is weird because I thought Meta Knight was actually supposed to be banned, but
I thought he was banned. That's what I was thinking of.
Nope.
I don't play Smash, man. I played Smash in like N64. That's as far as I went. I'm just saying.
You got the basis there.
I always played Pikachu or Kirby. That's me. Sorry. Anyways.
If you would like to turn into our new show, BossFightTV Smash Strategies on Win.
Now, when you got the Kirby, you suck up your opponent and you steal their superpowers. Like if you suck up the Pikachu, then you can shoot the lightning bolts. And you can turn into a rock. I don't know why you want to turn into a rock, but I know.
Turn into a rock.
And I promise I'll do the show in my fake Bill Cosby accent.
Wow.
Sorry. Anyways, meanwhile.
Maybe that should be the hashtag. It's like hashtags Cosby Brothers.
I don't
Cosby
know.
Smash Brothers.
I don't know. Actually, see, I didn't want to do the hashtag right when we were talking about the hashtag, but I'm going to do it because you did it for me. Since it's Mike's birthday. Happy birthday, Mike. Hashtag happy birthday, Mike. Get you some free stickers from iHeart Esports. Mention us at BossFightTV. Mention at iHeart Esports. Make sure you follow both of us. Free stickers coming right at you. Happy birthday, Mike.
Thanks.
Happy birthday.
Appreciate that.
Or should I say happy, early birthday?
It's coming.
I don't know. It'll be here.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I'm going to be 22 all over again. Not really. But anyway,
don't lie to yourself.
Continuing with fighting games, let's move away from there. We actually had some Super Battle Opera qualifiers for Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. This was the Southwestern qualifiers. This took place in Texas at Arcade UFO. The way that they ran the tournaments was kind of unique in that they actually did, there were two qualifiers in which the winners not only, I think it was actually top 8, top 5, I can't recall exactly, not only qualified for the tournament, but the individuals who got first place got 50% of the round trip that it would take for them to get to Japan to actually compete, got it handed over to them.
Very nice.
So a very big incentive for them to actually travel over and compete in the tournament and not just say, like, yeah, I qualified, like people did with Evo points. Like, oh, I got Evo points. And
then they didn't go.
But anyway, so let's go. Like I said, there were 2 qualifiers. Let's get into the results. In qualifier 1, we have in first place, we have Ron Masama. Very good stuff. In second place, we have Jan. And in third place, we have Fnatic. Qualifier 2, first place, we have Maihi. In second place, we have Stone. And in third place, funny enough, Got No Skills. Taking third place.
I think he's a liar.
I think, you trickster.
That's like that you want to go into a tournament and you want your name to be Bye.
I'm going to name myself Bye. So,
I got a Bye. Sweet.
Oh, you're playing Bye. Oh, cool.
Until you get to the semifinals. Like, I have a Bye in the semifinals? How does that work? Like, he left. That guy left.
That's going to be my strategy. Evo 2013. I'm going to
watch out for Bye.
Watch out for Bye. Sneak in there.
Oh, man.
That's how we're going to do it.
Indeed.
So that actually wraps it up for fighting game news. Like we said, there was actually, I'll go ahead and I'll mention it now. There actually was another event. There was the Video X Games, which happened in the Caribbean. I watched periodically the stream on and off. Unfortunately, I do not have results for that. But they
had fighting games, they had FPSs,
Halo,
right.
Call of Duty. This was actually more of there were a lot of people that actually traveled to the Caribbean to compete. I know that like Mike Ross, all of Cross Counter had a bunch go. Dominion Method Gaming sent in a couple of players, as well as Empire Arcadia. The focus primarily was on fighting games, but they also did, like I said, they did like FIFA and Madden and all these other games. Watching the stream, it seemed very frantic and all over the place. And like I said, I took a little bit of notes, but no results. So I apologize for that.
Yeah. Back to my rant all the time. You know what really grinds my gears?
Go for it.
Websites and tournaments and all the people like that they like to have a website and not put the results on.
Not put the results up. Or finish the brackets.
What the hell?
Challenge. Or even NASL was like up to round 2.
I really hate to call people out. But Nasal, what the hell, man?
Nasal
like, your brackets were completed, like, the first round from your live tournament, like, half of it, and then nothing after that. And it took me forever. I had to watch interviews to figure out, like, I personally did not get to watch the Tribes tournament, so I was, out looking for all the results and stuff. Like, they did was, like, I don't know. I felt like I had to be a private investigator to find this information.
It actually happens a lot.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Like, if you run a tournament, you should promote the hell out of it on your own website, which is the easiest way to promote it. So why not do it? And, like, in the finals, like, instead of going, yeah, it's over, we have no responsibility to update these now because everyone apparently knows who won, that's not necessarily the case. Because you can't watch all the tournaments at the same time. And thank God, you know, on, you know, with Wikipedia and how those guys are on top of it all the time, 24/7, sometimes even faster than people can do it on their own site. So, awesome job there, but that doesn't exist for every other game. So, anyways... Sorry, rant over. I had to do that. It wasn't as epic as the as the streaming rant that you had episode 1. But anyways, miscellaneous news items. I got 2 things. Mike has 1. Well, technically 2 since he wanted to do his little X game thing or whatever. So number 1, the ESWC, which stands for the Electronic Sports World Cup, has announced the official tournaments in their series. They're actually dropping, which is pretty much kind of becoming the norm now. They're dropping Counter-Strike Source and 1.6. And there's no official Global Offensive tournament, but it's a side tournament. There's a couple tournaments that are side tournaments. So like I'll go down the line here. StarCraft 2, obviously. Surprise. Dota 2, Shootmania Storm, heck yeah. Trackmania Nations, not Canyon.
Oh, Trackmania Nations.
Not Canyon. FIFA 13 and Tekken Tag Tournament 2. Those are the official tournaments. And then Trackmania Canyon, as well as Global Offensive and a couple other games are kind of going to be side tournaments during the ESWC tournament. So be on the lookout for all that stuff. The second one... Remember how we were kind of up in the air and like there was a bunch of rumors about the WCG moving to phone games?
The World Cell Phone Games?
Yeah, the World Cell Phone Games, man.
Yeah.
But I don't even want to say it's an official. First off, you'll get a kick out of this. A website named GreatFrag.com.
Oh, yeah. I remember them, yeah. Not
GotFrag. GreatFrag.com. I'm sorry, I don't mean to poke fun, but... They made the announcement that they apparently got information that these are the official games for WCG, which SK Gaming also thought it was legit because it's on their website. So since it's popping up on a couple really well-known websites, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to give you the information now. I don't even want to say I think. I guarantee you that there's probably going to be more games added. So officially so far, we have Dota 2, StarCraft 2, Warcraft 3, Crossfire, and FIFA 2012, not 13. There probably are going to be some phone games in there, like the Asphalt games. And, I mean, there's always some wonky, weird, strange games that they pick for World Cyber Games. So be on the lookout for future announcements on that front. And then, Mike, there's some new CPL information that just got released.
As we have talked about previously, the Cyber Athletic Professional League, basically the tournament that started all of what we know as esports today, is back. It has been repurchased. We already mentioned that. That was the news.
Over in China.
Just a reminder that, this is the first event is decided that it will take place in China on September 6th. And it was also released that they will have StarCraft 2 and League of Legends. And they announced the prize winnings, which was kind of it's kind of a little weird when you think about a major tournament. StarCraft 2, if you take first place, will rank you $2,000, which in comparison to other tournaments isn't a lot, but hopefully that'll get a lot of competitors out there.
It's their first event.
Yes. And League of Legends, you will get $3.5K. So,
which is for 5 people.
Yes. Split. 6 if you have a coach.
Yeah,
that's not. Airplane tickets.
Yeah. Blah, blah, trust me. Yeah. But I mean, it's good, I guess, for starting out. But anyways,
here's the thing. I never want to like bash on a new event and the things that they're doing, but at the same time, I don't understand why the CPL is making a comeback. As I've talked about before, and as I've posted an article on the site before, that CPL is just a heap of trouble for all those people that were from the first wave of esports. You know all about it. So the fact that someone is trying to resurrect the CPL, which is not the first attempt, is still mind-boggling to me. So I have no idea.
You know what really grind my gears?
Wash my hands of that. No more CPL, at least for now.
And that wraps up this week's of esports news. Thank you for joining us once again. If you like what you see, go out there on the internet, tweet us out, tell your friends, etc., etc. There could be some changes on the horizon for BossFightTV. Hate to be that guy that makes an announcement of an announcement, but I barely ever get to be that guy, so I'm going to do it. I'm sorry. Anyways, so thank you once again. As always, my name is Josh Engel, also known as Anti-Pro, and join with me
as Mike Bisson, a.k.a. Mohawk Mike. As always, thanking you for supporting esports, whatever capacity you do, and thank you for considering.